Hey, what's up, everybody? One coach's opinion, and that's exactly what it is. My opinion. You know, it's not fact. It's an opinion. Hey, I had a message for all the young amateurs starting their careers, the young guys, man. You know, out here boxing, because I was talking to a few guys, and they really didn't get the picture. First of all, let me say, don't let amateur boxing deter you from your dream of becoming a pro boxer or taking stuff further. Because amateur boxing, although it helps and you get experience, it also kind of, you also have to, I say, change over when you become a pro. But what I'm really talking about is, and a guy didn't realize, when you're an amateur boxer, you're a boxer that's starting off. And when I started coaching, I was an amateur coach. And they gave me the opportunity to coach boxers. Whether I knew what I was doing or didn't know what I was doing, it gave me the opportunity. And I say this to say, when you're in a fight, or when you're in a bout, be politically correct when it comes to amateur boxing. When you're in a bout, realize you're getting judged. You might be getting judged by a guy who has never judged before. This is his first time judging a fight. So if he gets it wrong and you lose, you can't walk away saying, I'm gonna quit. Oh man, every time they rob. Amateur judges, that's where they see whether or not they go to the Nationals. You'll see some judges in your hometown that you'll never see on the national level, because they might have been there and never got asked to come back. And it's the same like with boxers. You'll see some amateur boxers that fight locally that you've never seen on the national level. They either don't make it, you know what I'm saying, or they don't have the skills to make it. It's the same with a judge. It's learning. So don't forget, while you're learning to box, they're learning to judge. They're gonna get stuff wrong. Even if they become pro judges, they might get stuff wrong. But the point being, you might be fighting, and it could be a judge's first time judging. They're not gonna get everything right. At all. So you might want to think about that and explain that to your fighters before they take these losses and stuff, because when you're an amateur boxer, every fight means the world to you. And it kind of should. Somebody should put it, yeah, this is a big fight. Every fight should be that big fight thing. But coaches need to break it down and let them know, look, man, it's not the end of the world. You fought your heart out, and you might get a raw decision. And sometimes it might not be a raw decision. So stop telling kids they get robbed. Because when you tell a kid he got robbed in this fight, he'll think he did everything right. And I have never seen an amateur boxing match where a guy did everything right. There's always something you can learn. Pro boxing, amateur boxing, it's always something you can learn from your fights. There's no fight out there where a guy can say, man, I fought a perfect fight. If your hand was down at the wrong time and your opponent didn't throw the punch, that doesn't mean you fought a perfect fight. It means your hand was down and lucky he didn't throw that punch. But there's always something you can learn from your fight. And if you tell a kid he was robbed, he's not going to learn that. He's going to think, I don't need to work on nothing. They robbed me. You let them know what's going on, man. You know, this is the beginning, man. You got a long road ahead. You're going to have your ups, you're going to have your downs. You're going to have your bad decisions, you have your good decisions. It's just how it is. And a lot of times, man, coaches aren't telling fighters that, and you have good kids that are quitting. It could have been something, but they're letting amateur decisions decide their pro career. Or the length of their boxing career, let's say that. A lot of guys out here, whatever happened to him, that could be a wrong decision. He never came back to the gym. But realize, man, these are amateur individuals coaching. These are people you'll never see when you get beyond the amateurs. Because some of them you'll see for a while, and some of them might last long, and some of them might have short careers because they don't make it. Because people see what they do and say, well, we can't really use that person. You know what I'm saying? So just remember what goes on in the amateur world. It's all learning. You got the coaches that are learning. You got judges that are learning. You got boxers that should be learning. It's just a whole learning experience until you find the right people around you and the right experience to do the things you need to do. You're learning. And then when you turn pro, you got to learn to pick a team that suits you. You got some pros out here that are with the same guys that they were with in the amateurs just over years. They might know they can't grow with this guy, but I've seen guys let their friends work their corner. They might not have no experience whatsoever, but their friend is in their corner. And so, man, whole point being, man, don't let the amateur boxing world decide where you go in your career. Because it's a lot behind there. You might be better than you think you are. You just got the wrong people looking at you and the wrong people telling you you're not. Because every time you get a loss, it might tell you, oh yeah, this ain't for me. This ain't for me. But you got to realize it's all picking up experience. It's all getting experience. It's all getting the stuff you need to go on to the pros. And then when you go to the pros, you're going to learn a whole new different system, which might even make you think, why did I fight amateur? So just remember, man, when you're dealing with the amateurs, you're just starting, a judge is just starting, everybody probably just starting. The whole person throwing the show, it could be their first show. Things might not go right. The doctor might not show up. You just never know, man. When it comes to amateur boxing, I've seen a lot of stuff, but realize it's amateur boxing and you're getting judged by amateurs, people that don't know what they're doing, and they're learning just like you're learning. So you might get a raw decision. Just don't let that decision deter you from going further. Now, if you've lost 20 fights in a row, most likely it's not the judges. So that's not, I don't want nobody to say, oh yeah, it could be you. Maybe you need to change your program, change where you're coaching at. But if you can't win a fight and a coach can't guide you into a win for a fight, it might not be the judges. So I'm not just putting it all on the judges. This isn't the thing to bash amateur judges. It could be you. I'm just saying it ain't always the fighter. That's my point. One coach's opinion. All right, tell me what you think.